Hello and welcome to a box of nickels. Thank you for joining me. We are going to check and see if we have nickels we can hunt. I just cut this box open and let's peek inside and see if we have uncirculated or circulated rolls. Hoping for some uncirculated rolls. I would like to search those, but if these are uncirculated, I would love to get some 2024 Denvers because those are going for quite a bit of money. But let's check and see. These are circulated, so we can hunt them. It looks like some of them fell over here. Let's see, and there's a bunch boxed up here. I think we've got all the nickels here. They're just in kind of bunched up. I guess they kind of fit in this box weird and stuff. I just saw an ender. We have an ender in the box. We have an awesome ender here. Let me see if I can get it out. Do you see what I see? That is a silver war nickel. We got a silver on the end of a roll here. Very cool. That is awesome. Awesome find. Awesome ender. We got at least one awesome find in the box here. I'll put it back in there. And so we will be talking about that one at some point. But until then, let's get this box out of the way and get to hunting all these nickels and see what else we can find in here. Intro, take 473. Cue music. Cue coins.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Now pick them up. I'm not rich. All right, so we're starting out with this roll. I figured I'd pull out this roll in the first 10 I've pulled out, and I figured let's start with this war nickel here. So let's get this cracked open and see what date it is. It is a Denver. It's got that big Denver mint mark on the reverse there. So let's pull this out, take a look at that, and see if there's anything else in this roll real quick. So first up, first find, first roll we've opened, Denver silver war nickel, 1945. How about that? Awesome. I don't really find a lot of silver in my other rolls, but nickels have been where the silver has been at lately for me. So we'll take that definitely. So let's just flip through here. This looks like a lot of new nickels. I'm just going to give this a quick flip and see if there's anything else in here. That one's a 64. All right. All of these look like they're newer nickels. We just had that one silver war nickel there. Really cool to see. Really cool to hit that silver in a nickel box. Hopefully we get more, but if we just get the one, that's still an awesome find. Roll number 7. Working my way through. Got to the back here, and I noticed I got a 1941 here. There is our second find. This is a Philadelphia. 1941 out of Philly is our second nickel find of the hunt. Nice find there. Roll number 8. And I don't know if we have a old one here or not. Just has that older patina, older look to it. Figure let's take a look. It does have a rear face and mint mark. So it is a 1964 prior. Do we have a 50s? 40s, 30s, or 60s? Well, let's find out. 1940 out of Denver. Nice. So we had a 45, 41, now we got a 40. Things keep getting older. I might run into some buffaloes here. That would be nice. I'm not expecting any, but I always love hitting the buffaloes. Roll number 11, and we have done it. We have a nice find. Our nickels keep getting older. And they got older again. We have a buffalo, and it looks like there's a date. 1920. Holy cow, it's a 1920 buffalo. Does it have a mint mark? S. Holy cow, that's a San Francisco 1920 with details. Look at that. Wow, that is nice. Hit a buffalo. It is an older buffalo, and it has a mint mark. How about that? It has a San Francisco 1920 buffalo. Really cool. Let me put this over here by the war nickel. Nice. Oh man. 11 rolls in, and so far this hunt is been great. let's keep going. See what else we see. I don't know if there's anything else in this roll. I'm not. Well, I'll just see something. They're back here. Back here. Had a 1940 sticking out. Well, it looks like we're going back up in the date. 1940. We need to go back down in date and get more buffaloes. All right. Let's see. Nope, that's a 61. All right. Well, I will get through the rest of these. We'll see what else we got going on with these rolls. But so far, this has been a pretty fun hunt. We have made it to roll 14 and poured it out. And looks like we got another older looking one here. Got that older skin to it, that old patina look. And it does have a San Francisco rear facing mint mark. So this is going to be 1950s or prior. I believe 1954 was the last San Francisco minted coin until 68. Could be 56, but I'm pretty sure it was 54. Anyhow, let's get on the front and see what date we got. 1941. 1941 out of San Francisco. Getting some nice mix of mint marks on these old coins. That is great to see here. All right, let's keep going and see what else we see. Roll number 15 just poured it out, and up front here, it's barely on the camera. Let's move it in a little bit. Poured it out. Saw we had a 52 there. This is our first nickel from the 50s. 1952 out of Denver. There we go. It's another old nickel to go up here with the rest. Our first from the 50s. I'm going to put these over here because they are cool finds, and then we'll put the rest over there. Roll number 17, and I see 3 of them I want to take a look at here with you. There's one here with the rear facing mint mark. This one has an older look, and there's one in the back here just off the camera. I'll have to move it up when we get to it. But we got a rear facing mint mark. So this is going to be a 1964 or prior. Let's see what date we got. Well, that's a 1964. A ton of those were minted. Let's move these down a little bit. Right here, this one just has that older look to it. The details, the lettering there has an older look. And yes, that is a 1946. It has a bit of a lamination across the front there. Nothing major or fancy. Let's see, right here. Just a slight lamination there. And you can see some of the striations and stuff. Okay, this one is a Philadelphia. There's some more of the striations. So if this were a penny, these striations would make it a wood grain effect on a cent. So this is just an improper alloy mix, which is usually what causes the laminations as well. All right, well, that's enough of that one. But that's a 46. So that's nice there. And then right back here, this one just is maybe just a dirty one. Just has a weird look to it. I figured we'd go ahead and pick that one up. And yep, that is a dirty 1986. Okay. Well, we had one find in here in 1946 out of Philly. Nice. Roll number 19. And we've got a 1941 poking out here. Here we go, 1941. This one is a Denver. That's our third 41. Very cool. I think it goes right there with the others. Still on roll 19, and I've come across a 1954 here. How about that? 1954 out of Denver. Nice. That's our second find in this roll. We have made it to roll number 22, and right here, we got a really beat up 1940. This is a Denver. This one is rough and worse for wear, but that is our third 1940s to put up there with the rest. We have made it to roll number 24, it looks like. I've got a 1941 here, and there's one right behind it with a rear facing mint mark. We're going to take a look at that one as well. So we have at least one find here. 1941 out of Philly. That's our fourth 40. And then right behind it, we have a Denver 1960. That's a 60. That is a 60. So we have one find in here. Yeah, oh, hang on. I think we got another one right here. Is that a 58. 1958 out of Denver. So there's two finds in this roll. Nice. 1958 out of Denver. Roll number 25. We got a 1959 here. This one, oh, is that a 39? 1939. It looked like a 59. It is rough, beat up. Oh man, this one has gotten to the fight with the road and lost, it looks like. 1939, really rough and worse for wear. San Francisco. 1939, San Francisco. That is a key date. Holy cow, that is a messed up key date. Whew, and is rough, 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 but that is a key date. How about that? Key date nickel, buffalo nickel, war nickel in this hunt. I wish that key date was just wasn't so messed up, but it's still a key date. Can't complain about getting a messed up key date because you're still getting a key date. It's low mintage nickel, really hard to find, and I wish it wasn't so beat up. But anyways, right here, I figured I'd share this. I got a 2004 out of Philly, and there is some double die obverse you can find on the 2004. This one doesn't look like the Cherry Picker's Guide, but there looks some doubling over here on the date, maybe a little bit into Liberty on the star there. I haven't looked this one up to verify what this is, if it is anything. But if it is, I'll put up some pictures of it and what it is. If not, then I'm gonna just set it to the side here. It's something for me to look up, and I'm gonna look it up here later and see if that is a double die or not. That was just here a few coins before, and I set it to the side to see if that is. But anyways, key date Jefferson Nickel 1939S. Very cool find. Okay, for this nickel, I took some time and looked it up. This one is actually the Cherry Picker's Guide variety, FS101 double die obverse. You can see the doubling in the date on the mint mark. Oh, I'm not even on the camera. In the date and on the mint mark here. You can kind of see some of the thickness in the Liberty and in Trust pretty good. And you have to get the lighting just right. I had to really move it around and put some shadows on it to see some of the lines and some of the splitting in some of the lines here, as you can see on some of the coins. This one looks like it would match to die stage D, I believe. It's either C or D. But one of the die stages this does match to. But this does, I'll try to pop up some pictures where you can see some of the doubling. Some of the areas are very weak where you can actually see the doubling. Splitting of the serifs on the 4 here. It's pretty good, pretty easy to see the star, and you can really see the spread of the wide thickness, cat size of the zeros and the date here. But that's a really cool find. We got a Cherry Picker's Guide in with this box with all the other finds. Very cool. I should have really checked that out to begin with. I thought there was a few more double die obverses for this, but there's only one listed out there, and that's Cherry Picker's Guide, and this one matches. Wow, what a find. Roll number 47. I've got a couple in this roll I want to check here. I'm going to start out down here. Got one that I saw sticking out here. Just has that older look to it. Could just be a dirty newer nickel. But let's find out. Oh, 1949. There was no mint mark. So that is a Philly 1949 out of Philly. And then back here, we've got 1, 2. Well, that one just might be dirty. But this one does have an older look to it. Let's just take a look. Yeah, that is a dirty 80s nickel right there. But right in front of it, we got another one that has that older look to it. Let's see, is this the older one? 1947. How about that? 1949, 1947 in here. Nice, nice, nice. Let's take a quick look. Nothing else is really standing out as a potential find. But let's keep going and see what else we see in these rolls. We are on roll 29. I was working my way through it, and we got one here that has that older look to it. Let's just take a look and see if it is older or not. Yes, yes, yes. That is another 1940 out of Philly. There we go. That's our 4th 40. Someone must have dumped a bunch of older coins there. The video, I got a rear facing mint mark, 64. So I must have dumped some old coins at the coin tumper thing and coin tumper thing, whatever they call it. But getting some old nickels, and that's always fun. Roll number 30, and I've got an older one back here, right here with the 1950s date on it. That looks like what we got here. 1950 Jefferson nickel out of Philly. That is another old nickel there. 1950 out of Philly is a semi-key date. Another semi-key date. Well, first semi-key date. We have a key date and now a semi-key date. I'm going to put this up here. That one's not as beat up and scratched up as the key date, but still an awesome find. Wow, we're just finding a little bit of everything in this hunt. Roll number 34. We have come across another rear facing mint mark. This one is another older looking nickel, so let's flip it over and see what we got here. 1958. 1958 out of Denver. Roll 35. Poured it out and see right there we got a 1949 here in the middle. 1949 out of San Francisco. That's another semi-key date. That's another semi-key date. How about that? This has to be a collection dump at some point here. At least some of this has to be some kind of collection dump. That is our second semi-key date. Wow, this has been a hunt for sure. All right. Whew. Let's keep going. Well, that's a nice 1970 out of San Francisco. That one's probably going to make the album. Okay, let's keep going and see what else we see in these rolls. Roll number 46. It's been a little bit, but I think we might have another nickel find here. I think it has a rear facing mint mark. It is dirty. It does look older. I think that's a Denver. Let's see. 1947 out of what looks like Denver. All right. There's another old nickel to go up here. And yeah, I got 4 rolls left. It kind of cooled off for the past 10 rolls or so. Hopefully, I'll see you again for another find, but we're getting towards the end. And it's already been an awesome hunt, so whatever happens, happens. Roll number 48. We've got a 1940 here. This is our 5th 1940. This one is a Philadelphia. Nice. It's another old nickel there. Unfortunately, we've run out of nickels to look for, and this box was just awesome with some epic finds here. Before I get into those, I'll zoom in on those in just a sec so we can see them up close. But our common dates here, we had 13 from the 40s and 4 from the 50s there, for a total of 17 common dated nickels. And then we're going to take a quick look at these 6 epic finds here. Now that we can see our 6 amazing finds here, really good. Close up here, we're going to break these down. The Cherry Picker's Guide variety, listed as FS101, 2004 double die obverse. Really cool to see one of these. I've been looking for one of them for a very long time, and get one in such nice shape is just a bonus cherry on top of that Cherry Picker's Guide variety there. Then we had a 1945 silver war nickel from Denver. Really cool to find silver in your box. Got our oldest nickel from 105 years ago, 1920 San Francisco, finding a 20s dated buffalo that you can read with a mint mark that you can read. It's really difficult to do in a box, so finding that was just really cool to do. And then our Jeffersons, our low mintage Jeffersons, starting out with our key date, 1939 San Francisco. This is our lowest mintage nickel of the hunt and of these here. And unfortunately, it does have damage on it, but it's still a key date, still awesome to find. Then we have 2 semi-key dates, 1950 out of Philadelphia, I should say, and 1949 out of San Francisco. So all of these, even finding one of these in a hunt would be awesome, but finding all of these in one box makes this the best box I've ever hunted, and really cool that we hit all of these in this box. Awesome to see. All right, I've got some nickels over to the side, and I'm going to check all of the ones here as well against the album and see what holes we can fill up, and go from there. So we'll be right back with that and see how the albums are looking. Starting out our fills and upgrades with our key date here, 1939 out of San Francisco. Even though it's damaged, it is a key date and going to be hard to find a replacement for this, so this is going to fill the spot. It would be nice if I did come across a nicer one and can upgrade, but not going to hold my breath on that. Being a key date and low mintage, those are hard to find. Then we got some 1941s out of Philadelphia and Denver I'm going to plug in there. You know that Denver is kind of borderline where I want to do for a common date. I'm going to go ahead and plug that one in. And I've got a San Francisco here. That is better than the one that's in there. So we're going to upgrade that one there. Our next whole fill here is a 1945 Denver War Nickel. That's going to fill the spot there. Also putting some silver in your nickel album there. Next up are our two semi-key dates, 1949S, 1950. Going to fill those two spots as well. Next up, even though I think I'm going to find a nice one of these at some point, I'm going to go ahead and fill the spot here for the 1958 out of Denver with this one. Next up, we have a 1964 out of Denver. Going to fill that spot. That one's pretty decent. I'll probably come across a nicer one at some point as well on this one. I do see pretty nice ones. This one's pretty decent, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that spot until we get a better one. And then 1968 out of San Francisco. I remember in our last album that I had a hard time finding one of these in nice shape, and that one is pretty decent, so I'm going to fill that spot as well. And then we have a 1970S here that's going to fill a spot. This one might be the nicest spot fill we have out of the whole bunch here. That is a pretty nice nickel to find in circulation. Not great, but this nickel is from 1970, and the older we get, the harder they are to come in nice condition in rolls. So that's a pretty nice fill there. And then getting into our IDs, we have some semi-decent ones that I'm going to fill spots with. I got a 1980 out of Philadelphia. It is a little dirty. Hopefully find a better one at some point, but that's pretty good detail on that one, so that's going to fill that spot. Up next, we have a 1989 out of Philly there. The one we have in there is pretty rough on the surfaces there. It does have the detail, but it is pretty rough on the surfaces. This one we have here is just much nicer. It still has a little bit of that luster on it, and it's going to be a nice little upgrade there. And what I believe is going to be our final coin added to the album is 2016 out of Denver. This one is good enough to fill the spot. I don't see a lot of really nice Denver coins in my coin rolls that I get here. Being from east of the Mississippi, I do get mostly Phillies, so finding Denver's in good shape, especially from, say, 2018 and prior, is a lot harder to do. So that wraps up our fills and upgrades for our album here. We had 12 spots filled and 2 upgrades, if I counted that right, including 4 awesome finds and upgrades, the key date, the War Nickel, and our 2 semi-key dates going in the album. Really cool to find some awesome nickels and add them to our album here. Unfortunately, this is going to wrap up our awesome hunt here. One of the best I've ever had. And I do look forward to getting more boxes and going through more nickels and seeing what other cool finds we can find. Until then, I do appreciate you watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Helps me out. And drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a great day. And I want to give a very special thank you to all the viewers who have signed up as members. Thank you very much for going above and beyond to help support the channel. I very, very much appreciate it. If anyone is interested in becoming a member, feel free to check out the link below. Again, thank you very much for your support. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you click on that link right there, it'll help me out. And then I have a couple videos over here that is recommended. So if you would like to watch another one, I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a great day.